Hi everyone, it's Ms. Salazar, and right now I'm on video 3, and I'm going to solve all the exercises for number 8 from your page 45 from the textbook. So far we've been doing the method subtract. Let me write it here, subtract, add, and then subtract, and we've been working with like focusing on subtracting first the hundreds, and then the tens, and then the ones. Now over here you have a 3-digit number and then a 2-digit number, right? For every single one of these exercises, you have 3-digit numbers and then you have to subtract 2-digit numbers. So let's look at letter A. We have 348 and we have to subtract 76. So I'm going to focus first on the digits that I have in my hundreds place. You see right here. So the digit that I have in my hundreds place is 3. 3 and I take away nothing, it's still going to be 3. And because it's in my hundreds place, I have to write 2 zeros. That's going to be 300. Now, remember that we said that you're supposed to focus next on the digits that you have in your tens place. So here's the thing. Look at the tens place. We have 4 and we have to take away 7. We cannot take away 7 from 4. So because I can't take away 7 from 4, I'm going to skip this. I'm going to skip this and I'm going to go to my ones place. So I'm going to do first my ones place, and you'll see how this ends up. You'll see that it's going to work and it's going to give me the correct answer. So I did the hundreds place. 3 minus nothing, it's still 3, and because it's in my hundreds place, it's going to be 300. In my tens place, I have 4 and I have to take away 7, but I'm not going to do my tens place. I'm going to skip that and I'm going to go to my ones place, and I can subtract these numbers. I have 8 and I have to take away 6. That's going to be left with 2. I'm going to write that in my ones place. And now I'm going to add and I'm going to see how much I have left. So in total, I have 302. And now I'm going to do my tens place. Now I'm going to do these digits. So I have 4 and I have to take away 7. So if I have 4, how much do I need in order to get to 7? How much do I need? 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to need 3. And because I'm in my tens place, I'm going to write the 3 in my tens place. And because it's in my tens place, I need to write the 0 because a 3 in the tens place is the same thing as saying 30. Now that I did that, I'm going to subtract. So let's see. 2, take away nothing. It's still going to be 2. Can I take away 3 from a 0? No, because I don't have enough. So I'm going to borrow. He's no longer going to have 3. He's going to have 2. And he's no longer going to have 0. He's going to have 10. So if I have 10 and I take away 3, I'm going to be left with 7. And I'm going to drop the 2 because I don't have to subtract anything. So the correct answer is 272. And you see what I did? I skipped the tens place. So I skipped the tens place and I left it for last. I'm going to do letter B. Let's see. 409 minus 38. 400, do I have to subtract something? No. So it's still going to be 400. In my tens place, I have to subtract 3 from a 0, but I can't do that. So I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to skip this. I'm going to go to my ones place. I have 9 and I have to subtract 8. That's going to be left with 1. Now I'm going to add these numbers. So in total, I have 401. Now I'm going to focus on the digits that I have in my tens place. So if I have 0, how much do I need in order to get to 3? I'm going to need 3 digits in order to get to 3. And because it's in my tens place, I wrote the 3 in my tens place. And I have to write the 0 because a 3 in the tens place is the same thing as saying 30. And now I'm going to subtract. So 1, take away nothing, it's still 1. Can I take away 3 from a 0? No, so I have to borrow. He's no longer going to have 4, he's going to have 3, and he's not going to have 10. He's not going to have 0, he's going to have 10. So now that I have 10, I take away 3. I'm going to be left with 7. And then I drop that 3 because I'm not subtracting anything. So the answer is 371. Let's do letter C. 516, and I have to take away 54. 5, do I have to subtract something? No, it's still going to be 500. If I look at my tens place, I have to subtract 5 from a 1. I can't do that, so I'm going to skip it. 6, Can I take away 4? Yes, I'm going to be left with 2. Now I'm going to add. How much do I have so far? So far I have a total of 502. And now I'm going to do my tens place. If I have 1 and I need to get to 5, how much do I need? If I have 1, how much do I need in order to get to 5? I'm going to need 4, right? I'm going to need 4 in order to get to 5. So I'm going to write that 4 in the tens place. That's going to be a 40 because it's in the tens place. And now I'm going to subtract. 2 minus nothing is 2. I can't take away 4 from a 0, so I have to borrow. He's no longer going to have 5. He's going to have 4, and he's going to have 10 now. He's not going to have 0. So if I have 10 and I take away 4, I'm going to be left with 6. And now I'm going to drop that 4 because I'm not subtracting anything. 4 minus nothing, it's still 4. So the answer is 462. That's going to be my answer. Let's see, I'm going to do letter D. I have 707 and I have to take away 61. If I look at my hundreds place, right? My hundreds place, 7. Do I have to subtract something? No. So I'm going to drop that 700. There you go. Now, if I look at my tens place, I have 0 and I have to take away 6. Can I take away 6 from my 0? No, because I don't have enough. I only have 0. Now I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to skip this and I'm going to go to my ones place. If I have 7 and I take away 1, I'm going to be left with 6. And now I'm going to add. This is going to be 6. This is going to be 0, and this is going to be 7. So I have 706, and now I'm going to focus on my tens place. Remember that we skipped it first? Now I'm going to go back to that. So if I have 0, how much do I need in order to get to 6? How many digits am I missing? I'm missing 6 digits. I need 6 in order to get to 6 because I have 0. So I'm going to write that 6 in my tens place. That's actually going to be a 60. And now I get to subtract. 6 minus 0, it's still 6. I can't subtract 6 from a 0, so I'm going to go to my hundreds place. There you go. He's no longer going to have 7. He's going to have 6. And that 10 is going to go to this guy. He's no longer going to have 0. He's going to have 10. So if I have 10 and I take away 6, I'm going to be left with 4. And then I drop that 6. So the answer is 646. Let's do letter E. 620, and I take away 80. If I look at my hundreds place, do I have to take away something? No, I don't have anything here. So 6 minus nothing, it's still 6. I'm going to make sure that this is in my hundreds place. And because it's in my hundreds place, I have to write 2 zeros. So 6 in the hundreds place is the same thing as if I was saying 600. So let's do the tens place. Let's see. We have 2 and we have to take away 8. Can we do this? No. So I'm going to skip it. Let's do the ones place. 0 minus 0, it's still 0. Now I'm going to add. So far I only have 600, but I'm not done. I still need to do the tens place. I still need to subtract the digits in my tens place. So if I have 2 and I have to get to 8, how many digits am I missing? How much do I need in order to get to 8? I'm going to need 6, right? And because it's in my tens place, I'm going to write the 0. A 6 in the tens place is the same thing as if I was saying 60. Now I'm going to, now I'm going to subtract. So I have 600 and I have to subtract 60. 0 minus 0 is still 0, right? Can I subtract 6 from a 0? Nope, I don't have enough. I'm going to borrow. And there you go. So if I have 10 and I take away 6, I'm going to be left with 4. And then I'm going to drop that 5 because I'm not subtracting anything. So the answer is 540. Let me write this more clearer. Let's see. 540. There you go. So let's do letter F. 139 minus 83. I look at my hundreds place. 100, it's 1. Do I have to subtract something? No, I'm just going to drop that. It's going to be 100. Look at my tens place. 3 minus 8. Can I subtract 8 from a 3? No, I'm going to skip this. Let's go to my ones place. If I have 9, can I subtract 3? Yep, I do have enough. And if I do the math, if I have 9 and I do the math and I subtract 3, I'm going to be left with 6. So I'm going to write 6. Now I'm going to add because I want to see how much I have so far. And so far, I have 106. I'm not done. I still need to subtract the numbers in my tens place. So I have 3 minus 8. Obviously, I don't have enough. I can't subtract 8 from a 3. So let's think. If I have 3, how much do I need in order to get to 8? How much do I need in order to get to 8? I'm going to need 5 digits in order to get to 8. And because it's in my tens place, I have to write the 0. So it's going to be 50, right? A 5 in the tens place is the same thing as 50. So now I subtract. That's the last thing I do. 6 minus nothing, it's still 6. Can I subtract a 5 from a 0? Nope. So I'm going to have to borrow. Now he has 0 and now he has 10. So if I have 10 and I take away 5, I'm going to be left with 5. And I don't even have to write the 0, right? Because this means nothing. So the answer is going to be 56. You see? First I subtracted, then I added, and then I subtracted again. Now the difference here is that instead of doing the hundreds first, then the tens, and then the ones, like I did in video 2, in this case, I did first the hundreds, and then I did my ones. And the last thing I did was my tens. Now, the reason why I did that is because I'm going to leave what I owe last. So let's see. If you look at the numbers, let's see. Let's take letter C. If you look at letter C, I have 516 minus 54. If I look at my hundreds place, I don't um I don't owe anything. I have 5 minus nothing. I can do that, right? I can do that subtraction. 5 minus nothing, it's still 5. If I look at my tens place, I have 1 minus 5. I cannot do this subtraction because I need to borrow. So I'm going to leave if I have to borrow something, I'm going to leave it for last. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to leave it for last. So that's why I skipped this. Instead of doing this second, I skipped it and I left it for last. If I look at my ones place, I have 6 and I have to take away 4. I can do that. I have enough. I have 6. I can take away 4 easily. So that's why I did the ones. So I did first the hundreds place, then I subtracted the digits in my ones place, then I added everything because I want to see how much I have left. I want to see how much I have so far. So after I did that, I'm going to do the tens place. So I did the digits in the tens place after I did everything else. So I left it for last. And it's going to be a lot better. I left it for last. It was the last thing I did. So after I added what I have, right, what I had, I subtracted the digits in my tens place, and then it gave me the correct answer. Okay, so if I look over here, in exercise number 6, the digits that are in my ones place are the digits that I needed to borrow, remember? So that's actually I left these digits for last. So I did the hundreds place because I can subtract these digits. I did the tens place because I can subtract those digits too. And I did the ones place last because it's the digits in the ones place are the ones that I need to borrow. So I left it for last. So if I look at these exercises over here, I did the same thing. I did first the hundreds place, then I was going to do the tens place, but I saw that I needed to borrow. And because I need to borrow, I'm going to leave it for last. So I skipped it. And then I went to my ones place. And I can subtract the digits in my ones place, right? In every single one of these exercises, I was able to subtract the digits in my ones place. And after I did that, I subtracted the digits in my tens place. So again, the digits in my tens place were the digits that I needed to borrow. So that's why I left it for last. That's why. I hope you guys understand. I'll explain this in for next week. I'll explain it the strategy that I did, and hopefully this will help you do the exercises. Hopefully you find this a lot easier. I know it looks longer, but hopefully this will help you. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. Okay. Bye everyone.